I'm
That
sure.
was a bland, boring, pathetic episode.
What? No. See, I don't even like Starlight Glimmer. I thought it was a good episode.
Wait, Tootsie, did you think it was a bad episode? Get out.
Yeah. It
Get
was
out.
boring.
Did you
Get
like
out.
it, Turtle?
It was
Yeah, I liked
pathetic. It's a Starlight Glimmer episode.
All right,
You're
you'll have to
Starlight
explain
Glimmer
yourself. Why do you think it's pathetic?
No. Are we live?
I will
Yes.
when we do our reviews.
Welcome.
We are doing a review. It's
We
starting
are.
now.
We're doing it
Hello,
right
everyone.
now.
Doing it right now.
All I can say, it was a Starlight Glimmer episode.
Come on, no, you
What does
can't
that
say
mean?
it was
You
a
can't
bad.
just say it's a Starlight
You can't
Glimmer
just
episode.
write it
You have
off
to give
as
more
bad
reasons
You
to it.
can't say it's pathetic and then not
You
tell us
can't
why.
say that because it's
I hate it
I
because
forgot-
of Starlight
I forgot what it
Glimmer is in it.
I forgot what happened after they made up.
That was the end of the
What?
episode after they made up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty boring.
Well,
Amanda, she got the
Tootsie,
episode.
the point
Also-
of the
Friendship
point of
lessons.
plot lines is conflict. You don't really need to follow it
Yeah,
after
this
conflict
wasn't
is
really
resolved.
this wasn't really conflict. It was just more of a minor inconvenience that Starlight thought she can handle.
I mean,
So-
doesn't it prove Starlight's a bad manager?
No,
Yeah.
there
No,
are
it-
some
no,
there are
it-
some
but it-
deep inner conflicts here with Starlight tackling with her past self and being more forceful and being a little antisocial. And I think it's
She
really
need-
cool to
Trying to
I think
force
it's-
people to be friends.
Yeah, I think it's really cool to approach that side of her, but they didn't go all the way, so it kind of did feel a little weak. I wouldn't use words like pathetic though, Tootsie. I still think that's a little
It was
strong.
pretty. It was okay. It wasn't pathetic. It was really stupid.
Okay.
she needs to watch her actions.
No,
That's
no.
what she
Here's
needs
what
to
I
do.
was thinking when she was like, "Well, I haven't done any friendship problems since Trixie."
I'll
I
make
was
a
like, "That's
friendship
'cause-"
problem.
No, I was like, "That's." No, she was like, "Oh, I haven't made any friends since Trixie," and then I was waiting for Twilight to say, "Well, that's because you haven't been in any episodes since then." I suppose just trying to figure out what they want to do with you right now.
I think
We
it's
went
pretty
through it.
obvious what they're doing with her. Anybody else catch on yet?
Yeah, that should.
It's Sunset
Oh.
Shimmer.
She's gonna return to a
It's fine.
background character.
No,
Please.
it's Sunset.
I-
She's Sunset Shimmer.
I like that they
Oh,
reference the sea.
okay.
I like what they showed
Before
with the
Starlight
ocean
goes to
and
camp.
stuff because
Those-
the ocean part.
I like how the main, like the other characters, was just like, "Sorry, like, I'm sorry for what I did," and then they're just like, "Okay, we're used to
Yeah,
it."
that I wrote down one note. My only complaint is too easy of a resolution. That was just like
Dumb.
Mike
That
Mike
was
Vogel.
stupid.
He has this trend of really simplified. Well, yeah, I guess you're right, Tootsie. Stupid writing. That's really the
Well,
only way to
No,
describe
it
it.
was just like, yeah,
Isn't
sorry,
this the
like
writer's
sorry,
last episode?
like sorry, I screwed up half of your, like sorry, I screwed up like your entire day, and Fluttershy, I'm sorry for giving you trauma with all the animals and making you not sleep at all, but can you forgive me? Okay.
Yeah, I want to clarify something. When I say stupid writing, I mean more kid friendly, like harder
Oh,
for
yeah.
grown up to
Kid,
appreciate.
stupid.
When are we gonna see some more adventure stories or something like
No,
that?
it's
Like
not,
a Jason
no, it's,
Theos.
no, there's nothing wrong with a slice of life episode. It's just it was
Yeah.
This
presented
isn't what. This wasn't
simply.
a slice of life.
I would just like to point out the details behind Starlight in her room that I shared. Like
Wait, what?
the,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Oh
no
yeah,
quality
I think I got that
picture
here
on the
somewhere.
wall.
I
saw the
love.
I saw the photo of Trixie, and I thought that was
Yeah.
interesting.
So is that
Photo
a
of Trixie.
Trixie, my senpai.
Does she have a navigation device?
No, she has a room. I just thought
Oh,
that
by
was
the
Sextant?
window. It's like a sextant.
a sex. sex.
It has a funny.
No, one thing I thought was kind of interesting, like they finally showed her room. She actually has a room in the castle. I thought she was just sleeping on the couch somewhere.
That's a good point.
Oh,
actually.
Yeah,
Part
that's a
of that
good,
room is
that's a
called
good
the couch.
point.
I thought she lived outside in the streets.
With Scootaloo.
Also,
I thought she was in jail because she
Ah.
tried to destroy the
also,
world.
I have a question because it was at the end of the episode. Does the castle have a pool?
Apparently, it does now.
Oh my gosh, it's
Right
becoming,
on the tip
it's
of the
becoming
middle
a
finger.
mansion.
I like that little water effect thing, which just like circles around. That's pretty cool.
It was just kind of the whole episode was just kind of boring.
Oh yeah, as Navy.
It wasn't as boring as last
when
episode.
I'll-
reference
No,
Braveheart,
I don't. Even,
Spider-Man,
I
and
can't
Big,
decide
and
which is worse, the last episode or this one.
another one.
I think it's because of the writing.
I enjoyed this a little bit more than the last episode,
I enjoyed
It was
but
okay.
it was kind of boring.
It was. It's a Starlight Glimmer episode.
You're a
She-
Starlight Glimmer episode.
No, the problem I have
Ooh.
with the problem I have with her
Make
is that
it
she just
PG.
appears when the plot demands it.
No, see, I wouldn't say it was boring, and I was being harsh when I said it was stupid. It's just that the show has gotten so safe recently. Like they don't
I really hope this is the
So
last
safe.
season.
like there's no expertise
see
in the
more
writing
risque.
anymore. I mean, the animation is great. Even the stories are good. It's just I feel like they kind of cut their writing budget a lot. It's basically just the one guy.
Yeah.
One guy throwing ideas in a trash can and then Hasbro.
Why don't you get a
comes to trash
brony
cans
to
and
write the episode?
It has British.
They
Because
tried
we'll
that.
get-
They
They did that.
Ooh, this is a
No.
good idea.
Yeah, we'll get crappy fan fiction episodes.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Well,
Yeah,
We want
when
Emma
is
Larson,
Larson
Rarity
Amy
coming
Keating,
back?
and
Applejack's eyes. I need no other cutie mark than yours.
Where's Megan McCarthy when you need her?
Actually, she's like the worst writer.
Megan McCarthy's alright, I think.
Yeah, she's all right.
She was
Yeah.
forced to do Equestria Girls. She had,
Yeah.
she needs to eat like everyone else.
Hopefully next
Yeah,
season,
but
Larson-
right better.
You know what
hopefully,
would have been a better episode? If
What?
it was all about Applejack's picture book.
No,
It's
I have
all
no
like
complaints
that's
about
like a
this.
monster.
No, I thought the story was good here. I just didn't. I don't know. It wasn't. There was nothing terrible about it. I just felt like the writing is super kid friendly and safe these days. I don't know.
To me, it just felt like
Yeah.
a Spike
How dare
episode.
it really showed me.
Twilight goes away,
But-
and
but
so
the
she leaves
reason
one of the
we-
characters in
It
charge.
was like a Spike episode, but
The reason we
Starlight.
exist is because the
Yep.
show was always something more than that, and it's kind of sad
Well,
that's not.
now it's just turning into everything else that's on cartoon.
yeah.
Kind of.
It's a.
Mm.
It's
Did anyone
like,
else think they were going to do a
it's
Miracle
boring.
type episode where there was like where she?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was expecting as well.
that would have been way more interesting.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Oh,
she finds the
also,
mirror pool and then she
also,
just...
what was all over Fluttershy? Were those spiders and ticks? I was thinking
Those
hoping
were
they
ticks, spiders, and
We got to put her
I
down.
think
She has Lyme disease.
It's more of insects, not
Lyme
mammals.
disease.
Oh man,
Oh
that's
yeah,
nasty.
I do have one thing that I did like about the episode.
What?
And
I liked seeing the facial expressions.
Yeah, there were a lot of good ones there.
Yeah,
I like
They
the
were
voice
good.
acting.
I like the Twilight one. That used to be a meme
The
or
lines they
something.
were probably given weren't great lines to show they were under Starlight's control, but the voice actors did them well.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know the dialogue. Like Starlight always talking to herself. It just feels so simple. Like, come on, you
It
can
was
do better,
boring.
guys. I know you can.
Yeah, again,
No,
it's not
The
I don't
entire,
like the way the actors perform.
I think the
Yeah.
entire episode should have been Twilight helping her with a spell that even Twilight couldn't do, and so
Yeah.
Starlight Glimmer pulls it off, but screws up a lot of other things, and so Twilight and Starlight actually have to work together to fix everything by combining their magic to invent a new spell or something.
No,
Something no, like the beginning episode was
That's a different-
interesting.
That's a different like conflict to go
Yeah.
over. Like this is a completely different idea.
Yeah,
This is I'm great at one thing, but I'm terrible at this other thing.
No, like I said
But
earlier,
that thing isn't what matters. It's an interpersonal relationship.
I think it's great. Starlight's kind of like fighting herself almost with her like her past self, and like I said, I think she's pretty antisocial. She doesn't understand that that's just not a right thing to do. Is put a spell on your friends.
So
And I think it's
basically,
cool to approach her like coming to terms with that and learning better. But
Yeah,
I
there's
just I
one
don't know. It
problem
could be
with
so
that.
much deeper and better.
There's
In
one
writing
problem with
man
that.
versus man.
so
because-
basically, she
Or
is
my
trying
brother-
to not repeat the past, right?
But guys, there's
Yeah.
one problem with everything that what you guys are saying. If
What?
she has a problem with like making friends and talking to people, then how did she run an entire town when she first came?
No, that was manipulation. That was
Yeah.
Was it?
yeah. That
Look,
was
she has a problem. The thing I
She
was
got rid of the
getting
cutie
she's
marks,
really
and
bad
now
at
they're all
directing
equal.
on what to
She
do.
should-
Shouldn't she be really good at that?
Yeah, she should find something she's good at with those talents instead of trying to convert her or whatever Twilight's doing. I mean, maybe we'll get an episode about that, but I kind of doubt it.
Yeah, I
I'm
want
just
to.
wait- I'm
I
just
don't
waiting
know.
for
We'll
the-
see.
I'm just waiting for the episode where she betrays everyone.
I want them to
yeah.
find a not a special talent. She already has that, but like a purpose that fits in line with the way she functions. I don't know. I don't like how they're trying to change Starlight Glimmer, or Twilight's trying to change Starlight Glimmer. I guess. I don't know.
I totally
My
agree.
problem-
with Lindsay.
My problem with Starlight is that she goes away for like 5 episodes, then come back. It's like, oh yeah, I'm still here. I need you to feel sorry for me.
No,
I
I
guess
didn't
they're
feel
still
too much of
developing
that.
the character of who she is, I guess.
You know, I
I
didn't
felt
feel
it.
too
I
much
was like-
feeling sorry.
No, she came in the like when she was first introduced. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot she's still a character.
Like in the Changeling episode, it's like, oh.
We haven't seen her in like we didn't see her in last week's episode. We didn't see her in their episode before that or that or that.
I only saw her in like the
We'll see-
Changeling episode, I think. That was the
yeah,
last time
that
we
was
probably
it.
saw her.
Yep. It was like, oh yeah, you're still here.
Oh, General Twilight might be right. I think betrayal might be at the finale of the episode.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
We'll
could've
see.
seen that-
Oh
could've-
yeah.
I could have seen that coming from like the beginning of the season.
I want to
Yeah.
see more evil Twilight. This was a good hint, like a little slice of evil. Not did I say Twilight, evil Starlight. And I want to see more of that. I don't want her to be
Yeah.
the perfect.
A friend,
Yeah.
a
To me,
friendly
she's just-
person.
To me, she's just Sunset Shimmer. But the only problem is, Starlight doesn't really want to improve or doesn't really want to get better. Because from this whole feel, I'm just feeling like she's just manipulating her friends. Like she's just one of those people who's like, yeah, I'm good. But secretly,
No, but-
she's like,
And
I'm gonna
before we
slaughter
see
you.
Starlight,
all
Spent,
and
she
leave."
spent
Girl.
years manipulating ponies. I think it's kind of who she is, and I don't think that's something that should be taken away from her. I think she's good at it. She should find a way, like get in business or something, someplace that rewards that sort of ability.
Little Shy, please enlighten me as to what businesses in Ponyville needs like somebody to become a
Toy
fascist
company.
A toy company.
Toy company.
No, that would compete with Hasbro. They don't want that.
No,
I think she-
bet Starlight is better than Hasbro.
Oh yeah, no, someone said politics. Kim Farsi, politics.
No,
I
I
don't
can't-
think that works well with politics because that's kind of going to start a few
This
wars.
should be a Frank
No, I
Underwood
just-
character.
Oh gosh.
I just
Oh,
can't like
so you're
Starlight
talking
because
Trump?
No, Frank
No, I just-
Underwood.
Oh,
I can't like Starlight.
Frank Underwood.
Somebody please Photoshop Starlight's cutie mark on the Frank Underwood. Please.
Also, I want to hear more of Applejack's stories. Like she was saying, two
Yeah.
ponies fell in love.
We have an episode to look forward to, I think, this season.
No,
I'm not gonna say
one of the reasons I do not like Starlight is like she just appears in the premiere, and then she only appears in the finale, and then she becomes a main character in the next season. Like, okay, so you're gonna betray everyone at the end. I can see this right now.
We still don't know if season 7 is still
You
confirmed
will
yet.
be our
but-
Judas.
I
Well,
have no idea.
I'm
yet.
hoping it ends because if we're getting more episodes like this, the show needs to be canceled.
No,
Yeah.
no, I disagree. I disagree. I don't
No.
think. I think the show still has a lot of potential. I might have been complaining earlier, but I really still have faith in the show. I really like it a lot, and I just hope we get Larson
Well, if we
back.
want to improve it, at least like,
Terrible.
get some good writers or something like that.
Oh yeah, we need to get some new writers like that are actually good.
We should just rename this stream to "Let's Shame Michael Vogel."
Oh,
Wait,
my
I got a
Shame on you,
question.
Mark.
So I'll go on record and say that he's a great children's show writer, but this children's show always used to be.
You
something
need to
more.
work on another
They-
show
they-
than
they-
My
they-
Probably
Wait,
should
I
probably
have
work
one
somewhere
question.
else. Just
Wait,
saying.
what
You
other
need to work on
episodes did
another
he write?
show.
What
Yeah,
other
not the
episodes
Mile
did he
Pony
write,
show.
Lil
Why don't you go work on Transformers or something?
While
Wow,
we're on
wow.
this, I want to
Yeah,
say this was the guy who promised Dan Animations to look into the problem, and then he got the runaround for 2 years. So I'll just put that out there.
Hey, I got a question. What other episode did this guy write in the show?
Most of season 6.
Most of it.
Well, no, it
Wait,
feels that way. How many? No, it's been a few episodes, right?
How should we get paid
you
for
know.
episode, like,
Were
roughly?
they any good? Like, what was the last episode he did?
Let's see. He
Well, he worked on a- he worked
he
on the
also
last
helped
one.
with the story of last episode.
Yeah, and then he
Oh, that's
also.
cool.
How
But
much did
the
writer get
episode
paid
that he
in this
wrote.
episode?
I
Well, yeah, he
think
did the Heartwarming Tale one.
was-
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So
he-
I'm not
He
saying
had-
he's a terrible writer. I'm just saying it feels more kid friendly, which I mean
I'm not
isn't
saying
a
he's
bad
not a
thing.
writer. Just don't want to write any more episodes.
He wrote the
Oh, yeah, I
Spice Up
will-
Your Life episode and the Stranger
a
Than
good one.
fan fiction.
I do like how we didn't get a song at the end. I was proud of that.
Yeah, and it's funny.
I was
they-
expecting someone to.
he's more self-referential, like how they made fun of. Don't have time for a song. That sort of humor.
I like that. I like that humor.
Oh, and he also wrote the Heart's Warming Tale.
Yep, that was a good episode. I'll give him that one, but maybe this is his first bad episode that he wrote.
No, I didn't think it was bad. You really thought it was bad?
Yeah, thought it was boring.
Yeah.
The entire episode, I was like, all right, hurry up, get to the conflict, get to the
I just
conflict.
don't-
Okay,
I
we
wish
got the
that was
conflict.
the-
Hurry up and make
Oh,
up. They make up, and that's it.
Well, okay.
The whole episode was just
All right. I think
boring.
we're gonna jump into individual reviews. We've been ranting quite a while now. This is gonna be our
Yeah.
longest review
Yeah.
yet.
Turned into a wrench stream.
All right, Drummer Shy, you want to start us off?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. I agree with Tootsie said. It might be his one bad episode, but it was an okay episode. Loved Starlight, but she had minor problems. Twilight, she's trying to help out and stuff, but the mind control and some of the movie references, I got to give that point. But it was an okay episode. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
All right, 7 from Drummer Shy.
Yeesh.
All right, Sonic Crew, what'd you think?
This was more of. I also agree with Drummer Shy and Tootsie. This is. I mean, some parts of it wasn't as bad, but it was just more of a boring episode. But I'm gonna have to give this a 7 out of 10.
All right, another 7.
Too
Tootsie, do you have a rant for us? I think.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
right.
I'll just
You-
get it
you-
out of the way.
All right.
Do it.
My problem with the episode is that it was too boring. Starlight Glimmer just appears out of nowhere. She's gone for like 4 episodes, then randomly comes out like, "Oh yeah, I'm still here, guys. Remember, I'm still a main character. You still have to like me." Then Twilight, or they start. The only cool part about the episode was when they were testing spells, like competing. We actually got a cool battle, that's where 90% of the budget probably went in this episode, considering they didn't focus on any character development or anything interesting or fun or cool. I thought it was really, really, really stupid of how Starlight put a spell on him, and then they're just like, "Oh yeah, we'll forgive you. Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry, it happens all the time."
Friendship is magic. She was manipulated
know.
with spells.
Yeah, but if she killed one of her friends, would they been like, "Oh, it's all right. It happens all the time. It's perfectly fine."
Yes.
I think
The
that.
only good part about this episode were the facial expressions. And plus, if Starlight has a problem with making friends, how was she able to take over an entire town before she actually put a spell
It's
on them?
because
and
she was
manipulated them?
evil.
Yeah.
She was evil, manipulating
What you?
people.
So
It
what?
was a
That's just
cult.
the only. That's the only excuse is that she was evil.
No, it was a cult. It wasn't friendship.
That is
I know,
on
but
the
no, I know, but did she found that town or what?
Yeah.
Yes,
Out of manipulation.
All
and
right.
lying.
She started just lowering ponies one by one to get rid of their cutie marks. That's how she manipulated, probably.
The only good part about this whole episode were the facial expressions. I thought it was all
I
boring.
I love the Twilight face
The whole
one.
episode should have just focused on the first part when they were just testing out spells. That's what I thought was going to happen. I'm going to give this episode a 3 out of 10.
No, really? Come on. You can't give it that low.
Yeah,
Is that the
I
same rating
can't-
as
I
last
can't-
episode?
guys, I
He's
can't
wrong,
like
but he
it.
can.
I cannot like a character who just appears out of nowhere when we haven't seen her in like a few episodes.
What? Who cares?
I care.
All
She's
right.
trying to force the
That's-
people. She's trying to force the people to like her, probably.
Just
All
like
right.
her, she's trying to force everyone to like her.
Well, Turtle
The more
Pain,
you know.
I hope you like this episode. That way we can have some kind of contrast here. What'd you think?
Okay, yay, contrast time, because I actually did like this episode.
All right, great.
That being said, it was not perfect. There are a few problems I had with it, but I'll start off with the positive stuff. The positive stuff was like the animation and the character interaction was also like really, really great. I really liked that. Like the idea of her going, "Oh, well, I want to do this with my friends because Twilight told me to," and they're like, "Well, to do this, we have to do this." No, I don't want to do it that way. Let's do it this way, but that won't work. Oh, well, I'll make you do it this way. That doesn't work. Oh well, we'll burn down the castle and then drown everyone. That is spot on as to what somebody who's very controlling but doesn't know what they're doing will do. As for the animation, like it was just really interesting to watch the animation, like seeing Fluttershy covered in ticks and spiders, or seeing Pinkie Pie lose it while she was burning cakes. Or the only weird things were like seeing the main six like being under the control of the spell, and the lines they were saying, this would be the writing, were kind of odd, but the way the voice actors delivered them really kind of sold it more as to they're under control. But if you were to just read that off of a page, it would be, okay, are you sure they're under control with this line? It was something like, yes, let's make this, we'll make this dress divine with Rarity, and that sounds like Rarity rather than Rarity under control. There were a few moments, like early on, I thought they were like leading up to the spells being the main issue, but that wasn't the issue. The issue was her being controlling over her friends. Like I thought that this episode was going to be about her cloning herself with the speed spell she was using, but she didn't even use the speed spell at all. So I thought that was kind of a red herring, I guess.
You know, I actually used the word Chekhov's gun when we were discussing that during the commercial break, and it ended up not being a thing. So I guess it was red herring.
Yay, red herrings. Well, so where was I going? Forget.
You
Red
forgot where
herring.
you were going with your review.
I don't know. I had a red herring in my review.
Well, what was your bad things about the episode?
The bad things about the episode. That's what it was. So bad things about the episode were the red herrings. Story was kind of, as Tootsie said, boring. This is an idea that we haven't seen yet in the episode, but do we really need to? So I think I'm going to say this episode probably gets like a 6 out of 10.
Wait, I thought you were gonna give it a higher one.
I did.
No,
I
6.
liked, but I think about the
All right.
problems. I lowered it a little. I was going to do 7, but I lowered it to 6.
All right.
1 grade.
I suppose it's my turn then.
You really like this episode, didn't
I
you?
feel like after all this discussion, I need to rewatch it and analyze it really closely to give a fair
You're
rating.
an analyst.
Analyst.
But of course, this is a first impressions review / discussion, so all this is subject to change, I suppose. Maybe we'll rewatch it and like it, right?
No, I
Yeah.
got the
This is
YouTube
probably an
hero
episode.
drama in me. I have to hate everything now.
No, I think we pretty much covered everything. I think the simplest review I can give is it just felt safe. Like they didn't really push any limits. And I'm not even talking about obvious things like Rainbow Dash having your wing cut off and replaced with a metal wing, like in that one episode. I mean,
Yeah.
in the writing and dialogue, just felt very safe and simple, which doesn't have to be a bad thing. It is a children's show, and if they want to go that direction, Hasbro wants to be more marketable or whatever. That's kind of their prerogative, and not really a disaster. We can still appreciate the show for all the effort that gets put into it, and the animation's great, the characters are great, the voice actors are great. There's still a lot to love about the show, even if it is going down this road of being safe. That's the nicest thing I can say about it, probably. But I think we pretty much said all there is to say about this episode, and I'm conflicted. I was thinking about giving it a 7 or 8, so I'm going to go with 7.5. Let me tally up the average. Drum roll,
Okay.
please.
Brah.
Is that a thing now?
Yes, it's gonna be a thing now.
Drum roll.
All right, the average rating for Little Shot Live Stream is 6.1. Wow,
Perfect.
that's low for us.
It's in line with my
It's
idea.
perfect for me.
No, the lowest was Las Pegasus. I think.
How low is that one? I forget.
So, like,
Actually, this.
I think it was a
lower.
6 as well, or something like that.
Can we get an episode that's only like a 5 out of 10 or a 2 out of 10?
You want
If we get
you
one
want a bad
good
episode?
yeah.
Might as well. We're already on a streak of them, so why stop now?
Our ratings will just keep lowering every episode.
All right, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. Those of you here that are live, feel free to stick around. Maybe we'll rant some a little bit longer. But those of you watching the recording, that's gonna be it for today. Hope to see you next time, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Get out of here, you